Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be finding sample variance and sample standard deviation. They tell us that Kevin takes a random sample of students in his class and gets the following values. What is the sample variance and sample standard deviation of this set? Even if they had not stated sample variance and sample standard deviation, the fact that they tell us that he takes a random sample would tell us that we had to use sample variance and sample standard deviation. So what I want to do is begin by entering all of this data into a list. And I've already entered mine into L1. So I want you to pause the video here and enter this data into L1 in your calculator. When you're done, press play to resume. Okay, so you've entered all the data into L1. Now you're ready to actually find the sample variance and sample standard deviation. So we press stat, we over to calc, we choose one var stats, that's number one, and then we tell it that our data is in L1. So I press second and 1 for L1. Then I press enter. I don't have a frequency list, so I press enter. And now I press calculate. And I get a lot of information. Since I'm looking for sample variance and sample standard deviation, I'm looking for S sub x. That's my sample standard deviation. So in this case, S sub x is equal to 1.1266. That's my sample standard deviation. Now I need my sample variance. That would be S sub x squared. To get that, I'm going to press vars, and I'm going to choose number 5, statistics, and then number 3, which is S sub x, and now I'm going to square it, and then press enter. And so my sample variance is 1.2692. So our sample standard deviation is 1.1266 and our sample variance is 1.2692. Now the units, let's see. Well, he doesn't tell us what the units are. It just says he takes a random sample of students in his class. It doesn't tell us what he's asking. But if it did, if we did know the units for this data set, the sample standard deviation has the same units as the mean. Okay? But our sample variance is the square of whatever that is. And that's how you find sample variance and sample standard deviation. Until next time.